All right, the teams are loading onto the Rift. Now we are waiting for spectator delay for competitive integrity. However, this should be a very interesting matchup. You have two tanks on blue side. You've got the Rel and, of course, the king of all item upgrades, Ornn himself. And they have the late game insurance with the Jinx. The Elise will fall off very fast. I am a fan of this composition. You have the engaged support, you have the scaling options in the Ornn and the Jinx. The Elise for the early game ganking potential, I really hope that he uses that. And of course, the Lissandra, a lot of that power can come from people have no idea what Lissandra actually does. So I'm very excited to see what Cam can do with that. But moving on to red side, you have a lot of short people and then two regular people. So let's start up in the top lane. You have the Akali, which is very interesting for Phil. I've never seen him do anything like that. So I'm looking forward to this matchup. Akali has a really bad early game, but going against the Ornn, he should be able to get through just fine, because in order for the Ornn to actually do anything, you'll need to burn through all of his mana. And Akali having energy should be just fine once he hits 6. That's the real kill pressure. There's not much kill pressure from Ornn if the Akali can play it right. But late game, I'm hoping to see some early magic resist on the side of blue, because the Akali, the Fizz, and the Amumu will all be doing magic damage. So, moving to the jungle matchup, the Amumu, I believe Azael was talking about this earlier today. Amumu dominates low elo because nobody invades. So, I'm hoping to see some early game action, because that is how you stop the Amumu snowball. In the mid lane, the Fizz. When Rebecca played Fizz before, it was quite the astonishing performance. And against the Lissandra, this should be a very interesting matchup, one that I am not well versed in, so this should be exciting to see. And the bot lane, the Ashe and the Lulu. Ashe should be able to get through plenty of poke. Lulu should be able to keep Ashe healthy. I want to see them abusing the Jinx early on, because if you let that Jinx get ahead, it is going to be absolutely disgusting. And we're loading client, theoretically. And I really hope this is recording, because if it isn't, that sucks. Alright, spectator client loading in. Looking at the runes, Elise with the Electrocute, pretty standard. Rel with the Guardian. I usually a fan of Aftershock, because if you dive in, especially early levels, you get that armor and survivability. But Guardian, if they really want to keep that Jinx safe towards late game, then that is definitely an option. Jinx with the Conqueror over Lethal Tempo. Depending on how you play it, it can be better or worse. I'm personally not a fan of Conqueror on ADCs, but a lot of people would say otherwise. And Electrocute on the Lissandra, not opting for a sorcery tree, because apparently he's not thinking that poke is needing to be an option, going for an Arcane Comet or something like that. So it's those quick combos with the root, the stun, the teleport, whatever that stuff does. And Glacial Augment on the Lulu. I don't know if that's meta, but I can definitely see it working. And the Inspiration Tree, I really hope that he is taking approach velocity, especially because he has that, and also you're playing with an Ashe. And the Fizz, Electrocute, pretty standard. You want to one-shot somebody, go ahead. Amumu with the Aftershock. Similar to what I was saying about the Rel, you go in with the Q, you get all that armor, and if you can stun them up especially, then the Aftershock damage will play in. And, oh lord, TP Ignite Akali top with Electrocute. A lot of people don't go for Electrocute on Akali these days, but I'm not sure how much it'll actually help into the Ornn, because it's going to be tough to kill him early. Especially if he took double MR in his runes, which I'm expecting him to. So, we're here onto the Rift. Fog of War for both teams. There we go. Oh lord, this is going to go slow. Oh, maybe not. Okay. So, I'm very interested to see what these teams do early on. If we have anything like level 1 stuff, I would love to see that. As I said before, Into the Amumu is very, very good, and that's how you stop the snowball. So, you know, emote spamming, as you do, apparently.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh, God. Joe got caught out. Oh, the Glacial Augment is running him down bad. He's gonna need the base, and he lost a pot off of that. Frankly, you shouldn't have used the pot. You had the Guardian Rel near you, but, you know, in the moment of things, it's called Degen League for a reason. We're not perfect. Looking up, we've got 4 people down on the bottom quadrant of the red side. You have an early ward from Phil, maybe? No? Bro, ward that. Zach with an early ward in the gank bush. I am usually not a fan of where that is, because top laners should use it later or get an early ward somewhere in the enemy's jungle, so you know which part you're starting. And okay, so we did get a late ward from that, so you know where the enemy jungler is. That is imperative to playing top lane. You want to know where they started, so you want to know when to back off and expect a gank. And Zach is already touching all chat. He started. Oh lord. Camera. We're just gonna try to let camera do its thing. What? I want to see it. Camera tools. Okay, camera tools are working. Depending how this top lane goes, I would like to see Phil on one of the top decision runes. He shouldn't be getting poked out early, so I think he could have gone for the Conqueror over the Fleet Footwork, but like I said, he has Electrocute, and I really want to see how he uses that well. Grayson is decently low because Amumu doesn't have the best early levels. That's why Invades is so good, because Sean is full health, but he is standing on a ward. I would like to see some things. Yes, you were in all chat, or in comms. What? Oh, early flash out of Connor. Blows both summoners in bot. I want to see if I can... Oh, I'm missing some settings. Hold up. Scoreboard. That's important. It's really important. Can I move these around? I can. Okay, Phil is very low. Oh, he's getting dope. He's getting dope. Sean misses the whatever ability that is. So, in this situation, yes, Fleet Footwork is definitely helpful. And an Herb Flash Ignite does not kill. Grayson is, in fact, chasing him down. He should die to this. He definitely dies to this. So, oh, Zach taking some tower shots to see something. So, 1 for 2. You have 2 kills on the red side. Kenzie died. I'm not sure how that happened because we are watching the shenanigans top. Joe, you are low. Just forfeit the wave. It sucks, but you gotta go back. You can't risk the kill. Also, that Poro has wings. Farming from range is not a good strategy against an Ashe and a Lulu who are very poke heavy in the lane. I would not be surprised to see him die very, very shortly. Amumu crossing over mid. Is he really doing the lane tax? Warren very low. He should not have back, so those 2 power shots before were in effect. I'm still trying to get the scoreboard. position. And there we go. Phil, don't go in on that. Bot lane. Ooh, Sean's coming up for the gank. And they have vision, but it's a little too late. If you're playing far up, warding this bush, tri-bush, instead. But Sean onto the ash. What keep coming through? Sean does not, but Sean claims the kill. Flash out of Jason. Ignite used. Grayson. Ooh, so close. You hate to see it. The flash doesn't quite get him in range. Double buff handed over to the AD carry, which should nullify a lot of that early game laning issues from the Jinx. Because your rockets do take mana, so you can throw those out a lot faster. We're seeing a lot of wards in the river from red side. This one, good for ganking. Scuttle Crab taken. Double Scuttle on the side of red, so very good job, Grayson. Yes, the Elise was ganking, but vision is equally important. And we have a ward on the dragon. Frankly, I don't think you need it because Elise shouldn't be able to 1v1 it. I'm not sure if that's correct. But yes, you can get over the wall with your going up and going down back over there, but I don't believe that early there's a threat of soloing from over the back wall of the pit. So, Phil has hit level 6, Cam and Rebecca have as well. There is very much kill pressure, even though Ornn is under the turret. If he hits that R2, Ornn will surely die. I think he can pull off the dive here, but as you see, red side is starting on that early dragon stack. Very much a fan of early dragon stacking. You're seeing a ward over the back here. Not sure how much that's going to get done, considering you already took the dragon, and a lot of junglers don't path through here when they're clearing the camps. They go around this path. But warding is warding. And the next back. And does not die to the Akali. You should not have gone back into that. Horn comes down, stunned up by the Elise, and Sean has 3 kills. Really well played there. Coming up through the lane. People do not expect the lane ganks. Sean has definitely been watching some videos. You see some counter jungling. Grayson stealing the enemy red because Sean was sitting topside. Very good play there. Ornn with the demolish is getting some power plates. Always good. Letting the blue minions guide a tower, so denying that farm. Oh, now you're taking some power shots, and I'm not sure how much that was worth it. Oh, we got a fight in the dragon pit. Cam goes away over the wall because he's Lissandra, and that's what can happen. Rebecca is going for a recall. Hasn't been much action, as much as I can tell, in the mid lane. Very good flame chompers. That is a dash and will root. It does not just teleport you to the end, but now Lulu's in some trouble. Zell goes in, stunned up. There is no way of getting out of that, and Sean is unkilled. And he's farther back with a double kill. Not sure how much you could have done there with the Lulu being as squishy as Lulu is. Connor just trying to get some poke. Now just hit level 6, so there's no way he could have stunned anybody to let the Lulu get away, or the Amumu, but honestly, the Amumu is just dead to rights. Stunned up, flash out of the ash. Otherwise, you would have died, especially because the Jinx rocket, but I'm not sure you have that much. Heal out of the Jinx, heal out of the ash. Chasing down was frankly not worth it. And Connor dies. Flash was used. I don't know if that was necessary considering you had the control ward. It could have just been a range issue. But now, Jason getting some poke onto Jinx. But the Jinx should just recall. And there's been some action in the top lane as we look at spot. Akali goes down with an Ornn at very low health. So we can go back and look at that. Oh, we can go a little bit more. Spectator. Okay, so some aggressive trading. Ignite. R2 takes too many tower shots, was not decisive about that, then gets picked off by Lysandra. Going back to live, I hope nobody else has died. He's seeing a fight in the jungle from an invade. Oh, the Amumu is winning this trade. And dead to rights. Very good. Amumu is good for the youth. Not exactly known for his dueling, but just looks right next to each other. Mumu gets chased out. The orange horn flashes, but the Lysandra is there, and there was no way. The flash was not necessary, but the counter kill is picked up by Phil. Some more dueling in the bot lane, going in the top. Ult, I don't think was necessary from the Lulu, but if they were expecting to go all in, I'll let it slide because, you know, got him killed, so how much can you really complain about? So let's look at some CSing, shall we? Not everybody's favorite topic, especially their own, but Jinx with a 15 CS lead in bot lane, plus the 2 kills. Yes, they both have 2 kills, also hasn't died, so if this Jinx dies, that will be more gold and almost make up for that CS lead. Good knockup, good grasp proc in the top. Rebecca is farming much better than Cam, almost a 25 CS lead at 11 minutes. Oh, we gotta gank topside. Still not the sure can do it. Goes for the elite. And does not get the kill. Oh, the flash just not in time. And now the Amumu running down. And he does have the Sunfire completed. Good stun, and Holly picks up the kill, which is frankly where I'd like to see that kill going. Yes, it's very low, but in that case, there wasn't much threat of dying when you go back in for the Shuriken flip, and money on Akali is just better than money on a Mumu, especially early game. So, double buff handed over to the top laner. Things going really well for the red side, even though the kill score does not indicate that. They have that early dragon, and now Mountain Dragon has spawned. I'd like to see red side go for that. And they don't have, blue side does not have information on the rift until now. Oh, we have a gank bot, flashes away from the web, so does not get stuck. They should be able to take dragon off of this because we announced on the top side that the jungler was up there. Rift Herald dropped in the top. I'm not sure if he wanted to drop it just then, but that was 3 plates, so good enough if you were trying to get down to the bot lane. I think you should have just traded because there was, oh boy, there was frankly no reason for red side to come down, because yes, Sean still gets the counter kill. Well, this could actually go. But you traded for the objective on top side. Ash Arrow comes out onto the rel, stunned up, Amumu ult, gets the kill. So, honestly, that trade, I believe, turned out positive for red side. So, normally, you would want to just concede dragon because they were known topside, but the aftermath from the fight was exploited with the item difference, especially on the Amumu with that Sunfire. It's just too tanky to kill. Yes, there were some kills onto the AD carry and the Lulu. Actually, not the AD carry. But some good plates taken down on the bot side. Min has returned on the blue side. The support was shoving out the lane, which normally isn't the best. I don't know about Lulu's wave clear.
Blue team's turret has
Has
been
switched
destroyed.
over to the sweeper. And this is the point of the game where we talk about control wards. We've got control wards on 3 of the members on red side, or on blue side, and 3 of the members on red side. So I want to see blue side use this vision that they have and try to move their vision up, because they also have this ward here. They can own this bot river, and they can try to make a play, especially since it's Infernal Rift. There are fewer bushes, fewer hiding spots, and clear sight lines if you want to invade on the jungler. But as of right now, not too much happening. Game's farming up nicely, 93 CS at 15 minutes, which, you know, isn't par, but I don't think any of us ever hit that, so those are good numbers in my book. Yamumu goes in, but the Rel was there, but he's just too dang tanky, but the rest of the squad shows up, and there was not any follow-up. Ult lands onto the Jinx, and the Fizz gets the kill, gets stuck in the Lissandra ult, and gets rooted by basically everything known to man. And the final kill comes in. Sean gets taken low, and flash into Akali, electrocute rock onto Rel, and chase out from R2. Shuriken Flip misses, that would have been a kill, but, ooh, the jump away, even with the Ashe slow. It's still a kill. So, good job, red team. I need to see some blue team coming out with more coordinated play. But, important thing, all of this stuff happens bot side. Ornn gets the first turret for blue side. First turret red side, obviously in that bot lane, so the first turret gold was split, but it is still a lot of money. You want to see that Ornn scaling. He was getting some solo experience. Yes, he is level 10 like the rest of the solo laners, but you want to get that Ornn online as fast as possible to buff up your carries. I'm hoping to see, as soon as he hits level 14, the Akali Riftmaker gets upgraded. Fizz still does not have a mythic. Good job clearing out wards. I'd like to see more sweepers. There are 3 sweepers on blue side, as a lot of your vision now comes from control wards, but it's also for walking into whatever bushes there are left on Infernal Rift. You don't want to get caught out, but we've got an invade happening. Grabs Elise, challenging smite comes down. Elise should just hop over this wall. No! And Yamumu gets baited in, and Holly flips over the wall for Naka on Yamumu dies, and the Akali goes down as well. 700 gold over to the Elise. That is going to hurt. And honestly, you need this, because Elise is one of the best junglers, has been since the item rework. But like Xin Zhao, the minute you lock in Elise, you're getting outscaled. So you need to have that snowball rolling on the Elise in order for her to be useful later in the game. Rebecca has just been farming up in mid. I would like to see a Mythic come online. I don't know what Mythic she's going for. I'm assuming Luden's Echo. Night Harvester is also very good on Fizz, also Protobelt, but does not have the alternator in inventory, and neither of them will But blue team, 5 members down on the bot side going on the dragon. So Ornn is there, frontlining, and the Rel comes down. This time it goes in, comes through, dragon's still alive. Ornn at least very low, many flashes blown, but with the dying breath, the Elise does take the dragon.
Red team double kill.
But was it worth that many members? They teleported down to the dragon, had 5 members bot side, and the Akali still has teleport. So I'm not sure that I would call that a successful dragon take. Since you lose, you're losing your mid tower, and now you're at a TP discrepancy. And what I want to see now is them use that TP discrepancy. There's only 1 TP for each side, and they should have known that Ornn used teleport to get to that dragon. So I want to see some dives or some flanks, get some good TP flank wards. But Yamumu starts to herald. That Ashe vision, frankly, wasn't used the best because, you know, you had minions there, but they want to scout out and see what's happening if they're coming up to contest this rift. Gets deleted by the Lulu, And now the teleport coming in, that was not the best TP. And because it's got no flash, that is 4 dead on the side of red. That was not a valid trade. Yes, they did get the rift, but at a very hefty price. So now blue side coming back to counterpunch, demolish, going out the tower, crashing that into the second tier 2. Shower arrow coming wide, but there's no way that you can miss that one. And the Blitz just goes down as well. There was no way you won that or defended that. You shouldn't have gone in on the stun. Or at level 11, you just can't kill him yourself. So, Mythics online for everyone except the Lysandra in the sports. So, yes, he stopped off at the tier, or the tier was his first item. And he's got a Kindle Gem and looted. He's going for the Everfrost, is what I'm trying to say. So, I really want to see some agency out of this Luden's Tempest on the Fizz, because, like I said, Rocket Belt is just so much better, and the Akali's sitting on a wall, but a good Shuriken Flip gets into the blast zone and out safe. But red team has summoned Herald in mid, Herald dies in the tower, no way to contest that. Gale Force in for the ass, but a Boozy ult keeps him alive, but the ult there, he at least comes back down. Goes back in. That could have been this kick on Lysandra ult, I would have to imagine, because he was already full health. But the Ornhorn comes in as well and would get the counter kill onto the Ash. Good post-team fight, sweeping out wards. Jinx's attack speed is fast enough that you don't get the sweeper there just then. And now, junglers going to clear out their blue side, but Kali is trying to steal. Will he get there in time? DPS should be enough, but he does not have much energy. But the elite does not get there in time. Now you, sir, have to get out. You're staying a little too long. You do have ult, so I believe you do win this fight, and Sean knows that, and he wants to walk away. But we've got 3 red members top side trying to punish that Elise, because there is no tier 1. The Lulu in mid lane getting slowed up by and heal coming out with Ash Arrow onto the Jinx. That is part of the want. Lysandra ulted in the middle of the team. Flash out from the Lulu is alive, and all 5 red members are low, but they're alive. And that is a 2-for-0 team fight for the red side. So, next dragon spawning sometime a little under a minute because the timer is there. And they're definitely setting up for that. You have a lot of wards in the bot quadrant of the jungle. You've got one there, you've got one on Krugs, and you've got a control ward in there. Subtle control. They should not contest this. They should just give it over. Spend your manpower somewhere else. Try to push up top lane because that's coming towards you. Yeah, that's all you should have done with the Jinx attempted steal. It's not worth moving over to the pit to contest because you were just down manpower. But the Jinx rocket is one of the few things that can steal objectives, but it doesn't explode when it hits the dragon. It explodes when it hits the team, and it does execute damage. So especially on Barons, it is devastating. It can execute, I think they nerfed it, but it's somewhere around 1,000 health now. It used to be 2,000. But we got wave clear,
Shut down.
mid lane, and shutdown's happening on the bot side. Let's see how that play works. Speed that up just a tad. And comes down, clear. just caught in 4K. Going for the Krugs and was punished desperately. But we've got team fight happening. Chasing the Jinx out of the western jungle. Amumu's running down the rel. That... What the hell? Yeah. Oh, but Lord topside. Lissandra is not surviving this. Pushed too far with no vision. There was no vision in this quadrant for blue side, so you definitely cannot push up that much. Sean trying to reclaim some of his jungle, but there's no way to do it alone. The rel is still doing that. I hope that's not a spectator, or I hope that is a spectator bug. Okay, yes it is. That was just hilarious. But we've got blue side going in mid. I believe an Ash Arrow hit release. Grouping up in mid while Phil is trying to split top. There's nobody there because they know everybody's in mid except for the Lissandra. But shoving out the wave and backing. You have 3 members from blue going up towards that top side trying to see if they can find that Akali, but the Akali has left the building. Good blue ward tries to, actually is not even in the bush. So it wouldn't have revealed all of that bush. Clearing out wards on the western jungle because blue side desperately needs vision in their own jungle. They have nothing in their bot side as well. There's a control ward. Most people do not walk through this bush. This bush is a very good control ward spot. But we've got a lot of the red side grouping up around mid, trying to steal away camps. Yelise in waiting is trying to engage with the support, but the stun does not land. So, the Ashe chasing, but does not know where the rest of them are. Some Night Harvester damage comes out from the spiders, but pushing up on the top side, Akali flips over, ults. The Q does not land from the Amumu, an Evercross, but the stun is longer, and Akali picks up the kill. Good 2v1 there. And the other side, nothing happened in the mid lane. I would have liked to see some other counter engage because you were up a man in the mid lane. It was a 4v3. But the Ornn is level 13. He now has the Forgefire Crest, and once he hits 14... Oh, I definitely said upgrade the Riftmaker, and they're on the other team. What? Night Harvester is what I meant on the Elise, because Elise, like I said, needs a lot of power in order to keep the game going in his favor, which this game is incredibly even. 2-2 on Drake, and 1-22, but a good Ash Arrow lands on the Elise, but a fantastic Jinx Rocket sadly does not pick up any kills. They're very low, and the Ashe just healing up a lot. Could be the runes or Lulu's stuff with the Moonstone. And it looks like red side wants to set up for dragon, but blue side has the same idea. You need to get vision in the river, and currently that is red's territory. Control ward in the dragon pit. Blue ward as well. They should know this is happening. It's a little too late. You don't have 2 of your members. You should also not contest this other than a Jinx Rocket, which was used previously, so it's not there. The Mike secures it, and blue side really just wasted a lot of time. You were on the wrong side of the pit. You couldn't contest. You were down 2 members. So, once again, this is another opportunity to trade. With pushing out top wave, that's pushing very much towards you. That's a lot of XP that you want to get on the Ornn so he can help the other team. And split pushing is just one of the best things you can do in that situation when you can't fight. But we've got some waves in mid that the team will clear out easy, but all 5 members in the western jungle. Got 2 members in the top, 3 in mid, and they're just trying to move their vision up, try to deny vision for the red side. Drops control word in there, but it shouldn't be too long. They were looking to set up for a pick on Cam, but Cam moved away out of the lane, so he's not caught out like before. But he may be chasing a little too far. Yamumu goes in. Crash down from the Rel does not land. A heal from the Ashe gets them both out in time. Connor should probably back because he has no mana, but it might be a battle for the Baron. If there are any picks here, it's definitely Baron starting. Phil goes in. A lot of damage onto the Elise. Elise tries to stay alive as long as possible. Tries to predict the flash, but was not close enough. Jinx Rocket goes wide. A kill on the Akali and a kill on the Elise. But a fantastic removal gets a kill on the Rel, and now the follow-up slows from Ashe are too much. Ornn goes down as well. And if this... Oh, a fantastic Ashe arrow onto the Jinx. And that should be Baron for the red team. And SAR go on to Baron. Amumu probably needs to tank that. Yes, he can push out lanes, but he should Baron. Baron does a lot of damage. And if he does not get there in time, Baron will start to regen. So you needed to stay with Moonstone's gonna put in a lot of work here. And they're all respawning, but they should not spawn in time, even if that's pick up as before. So that is going to be... Let's just say they were waiting for Phil. So that is the Red Bull Baron power play. So we've got a TP of the Akali into the bot jungle looking to push out some waves. Elise is there clearing shrugs. And the Akali is on the hunt. But all 5 members from blue team are on the bottom side. So the Akali really didn't get much out of the teleport. Yes, you clear a ward. That could be a terrible, terrible bait if it was executed correctly. But, those are some plate visual spectator bugs. Lovely. This is not really a comp that you can 1-3-1. This is definitely more of a 1-4. I'd put the 4 members in mid, the Akali doing a solo. So now blue side needs to stop the siege, and with the 2 members in top side, you definitely need to rotate down because Ornn does not have the wave clear to stop a Baron wave. So Ashe getting some damage onto the tower, but Elise looking for a flank, doesn't get it. And the Akali is just letting the Baron minions do the work. That cannon will do a lot of damage if not dealt with. But steal on to the Jinx, but the rest of the team is there. The counter kill is picked up. But it was by the Rel, not exactly where you want the money. Field Force in, and Ornn, and an Ashe arrow onto the Elise gets the kill, and with the slows, the Rel is soon to follow. And the Lissandra has to flash away. Will live, but Connor is hunting for the kill, and is taking a lot of tower shots. But shielding from the Lulu would have stopped the 4th tower shot. Gets the tower on bot. Bot side towers now have more gold, so they are fantastic targets for second Rift Herald, if that was an option. But Dragon is spawning in less than a minute. This is Infernal Soul and very deadly on the side of red with the Akali and the Fizz. Akali on the hunt. That may just be 100-0. Fantastic work, Phil, but now you gotta get out of the base. Gets the inhibitor. Usually leaves, Ornn comes down. Gets the knockup. And he stayed a little too long, but shotgun 1,000 gold down. Goes to the Rel, which they obviously weren't trying, but unfortunately that's what it went. But that is Infernal Soul picked up to the side of red. This damage is going to hurt a lot, and I want to see a lot of defense on the side. The Zonia's on the Lissandra is good pickup. You got the damage from the Ashe, but I want to see more magic resistance. There's Merc Treads on the Ornn, but he's building towards the Campbell Vest. Knight's Vow picked up by the Rel and binds Jinx, so both Knight's Vow and seeks convergence, bound to the Jinx. This Jinx is your only hope with a hyperscaling 80 carry. You need this Jinx to be doing damage in team fights, moving towards that Infinity Edge. But we can see Ash has picked up Lord Dominic's Regards. Very good against the Rel and the Ornn. Fantastic itemization. And appears to be going Blade of the Ruined King next, so even more tank shredding. Good itemization. Ash usually does not build Infinity Edge, so moving towards maybe a Gwynso's last, but all 5 members of Red move up into the top side. Ash looking for some poke, maybe acting as bait. They don't know where the rest of the team is, so that's why you can see the Chompers going down bot side jungle when in reality nobody was there. But Ash Arrow comes down onto the realm, flash out a Lunar Soul. That is a lot of damage. That is Infernal Soul at work. This is definitely a second inhibitor. Lysandra trying to get some damage, but the Polymorph does not let him do anything. Flash away from the Elise. Triple kill for the Akali. Mid inhibitor goes down, and they're looking for the end of the game. The death timers are too long. First Nexus tower falls. Second Nexus tower soon to follow. And Sean is hunting for kills, but will not find it. And that is a victory for Red side. GG.